panel at the bottom, something that looks like a share. Click share content. You will see three parts: primary content, share blank whiteboard, share application screen, share files, polling, breakout groups. Click, depending on what you want to do. You just want to share your slides, just click share files. If you want to share something with sound, you click share application or screen. Best to click share tabs from your Google Chrome or something like that. Google Chrome works better compared to any other. Yeah, Patrick?
Yeah, I'm uploading the slides now.
Can you hear me, Patrick?
I can hear. Can you hear me, miss?
Yeah.
I can hear.
Iman, are you presenting today as well? Yeah. Me, Intan also.
Yeah.
Intan and Lance. So 3 of you, is it?
4. Me, Patrick.
Intan and Lance.
Patrick also.
Yeah. Patrick, your group is who?
Those 3 lah. Intan, Iman and Lance.
Intan,
Iman
and Lance.
Yes.
Okay. Iman, Intan. Okay.
Can you all see the files, miss?
No, not yet.
I thought I just shared it.
You see the bottom of your screen, right? You see the bottom of your screen.
Yeah.
You see the chat one.
Yep.
The second one is like you can see the participant list.
Yep.
Click the third one.
Okay.
Then you will see share files. Click share files. Once you click share files, you have to add files.
Now can
Once you add files, you have to press share now. Yes, you can see.
Okay, just I want to test a bit how to. Then to navigate, you just click the slides lah.
Yes. You can also write on it. See, you can write on it.
Oh, okay.
But if you use share screen, you can't write on it. Share application, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you place your slides in a way you don't wanna come in and out of using the whiteboard, the good way of being interactive still is but your slides have too many things on it, so it's a bit hard. But if your slides are fairly empty, like for example this slide, then you can get people to write and comment. You get what I mean?
Okay.
If not, you have to go in and out of the whiteboard lah. But since you've already shared the file, it will be easy. It doesn't have to upload again.
Okay.
Morning, Ashwina. What you know? Host, it's all of you have your cameras on. Let me take a picture before it's.
Patrick,
Yes.
how to do the blank board?
The whiteboard. Okay, go to the third one. Share files. Can you see share content? Share content on your bottom in the moderator section. Bottom right. There is share content on your bottom right of the panel. There will be the chat box. There will be the people. And the third one is share content. When you click share content, you will see a whiteboard. Share whiteboard or what? Can you see? Yes.
Wait, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, all of us can. Okay. When do I stop this then? Just press stop sharing up here. Okay.
What?
Lance, can on your camera please?
I cannot open the camera.
Okay. At the bottom there, I think you can see at the bottom of your screen there will be the audio and the video file that you can this thing.
Yeah, I'm clicking, but it doesn't allow me to share it.
Oh my.
Maybe look at your computer settings, like what Anish says there. That's Roman. Look at your computer settings.
Computer setting.
Yeah. Look for your webcam. Morning, Rohan. Yeah, that's another option. Leave and come back again, because I think lunch we've seen you on camera before.
Yeah.
Try to leave and come back again. We have some time because I don't have another class after that, so we can maybe start at 10:15 also. Rohan, I can see your hand or your bed or I don't know, some blanket. I see your face. Ashwina, where are you?
Please, I'm here all the time.
Yes, I can't see. Oh, there you are. Okay, I'm going to take a picture. Can everyone smile? Wait, Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, another one. Okay, let me change the setting, okay? I only can see like 3 people on the screen. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, terima kasih. Oh, I even forgot to open mine. Oh, can we take another one? Sorry. I am doing an online session with Piazza on Friday, talking about online learning, so you guys will be in the picture. Yeah, I should print screen. Okay. You like the purple? Yeah, I don't have to iron. Let's change the setting again. Now I can see Rohan on his bed. I can see the Paris mode and his face. Smile, Iman. Iman, is that the lamp behind you? Yeah. Yeah, it looks so nice. Like the pattern on it. So have you guys figured out how to use it?
Yep.
It's pretty simple, it's just clicking basically. But remember, if you're using the share application or screen, you can't write on it. So if there's something you want to write on, it's best to put it on a file.
Okay.
But you can always stop and go back to your blank whiteboard. But try to use the interactive tools. There's another tool that, if you want to ask yes or no or short questions, you should use the polling tool. So for example, something very simple like this. Can you see?
Oh, okay.
So it just makes it easier to get responses instead of looking at the chat box, and makes your life a little easy. Then you can even show the responses, like how much.
Okay.
How do you do that?
The polling. Go to.
The same place where you share content, you click polling, and then there's multiple choice or yes or no. Lance, with you.
Okay.
I still don't know how to do the whiteboard.
Whiteboard.
Share content. The third one, there will be the first one. Share blank whiteboard.
Yeah, just click share whiteboard.
There's a share blank whiteboard under share content. Right above share application and share files.
Patrick, you see what I mean about what you call it timing, Patrick? It's 10, 11, 10, 12. And your class has 40, 50 people and there's only 9 people here.
Half of them the
and
moderators.
I can bet you 90% of them, 95% of them don't have connection problem. It's just discipline. Very few have connection problem. I know Intan has connection problem. I know Anna has connection problem, a few of them, but not all. They're probably sleeping. I know they're having a holiday. The MC was a holiday for them. okay, that's what will differentiate people like us and people like them at the end of the day. So steps forward, what steps are that? Then go class on your bed. They will lift up the MCO or where stand. I think it looks promising. I think that the cases have decreased. But that being said, I'm a bit concerned because Air Asia wants to start back its domestic flights and things like that. So if they do start a domestic flight, there are a lot of people who just want to go out there and won't care. Even now, with all the things happening, there are a lot of people who still don't care. If the government was not arresting, they will still do that. So Patrick, your group is ready?
Are you guys ready or not?
Yeah.
Is the whiteboard button on top of the screen?
The whiteboard, you have to go to share content. Share content on the bottom right. Can you see share content on your moderators? And then the first one is
No.
there should be a share content on your bottom right.
There's only 4 buttons below.
There will be a chat button, a people button, attendees button, and a share content button right beside settings. On your bottom right.
Yeah.
Click share content. Yes. That's the whiteboard.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys ready now?
Okay, guys, when you all are presenting, right? The person talking, try to leave your audio on. Those not talking, off your audio, so at least there'll be less background noise, because some of you might be working in a space where there is already noise, like maybe your kitchen or your mom walking around or your father or someone play the piano or whatever. So if you're not speaking, then off your mic, and then when you're speaking, your video is fine. Video has no difference. But the ones presenting, leave your video and the rest off your mic. Yeah, video is fine. And if you're having connection problems, if you notice it's written there, connection not stable, then you off your video and mic for a while. Those not presenting.
Okay.
Because sometimes it takes a lot of bandwidth. So you just off, don't wait for it to disappear and then you get kicked out. So just off your mic, off your audio for a while. And then when it's stable again, you on it. And when you see it again happening like that, you off it again. Alright? So let's start. I'm going to start recording. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, good morning class. Today my group will be presenting on the 7 habits of highly effective people. It's basically a Lighthouse project sharing session. Why I chose the topic of 7 habits of highly effective people is because all of us went for different workshops and we couldn't pick on one particular workshop to share. So what we'll do for this session will be a bit different from all the previous sessions, is that we will try to relate all the things we have learned from the Lighthouse and whatever seminar or self-help talks that we have attended, and try to relate it to this book. Okay, for those who don't know, the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is a self-help book by Stephen Covey. So Stephen Covey is a kind of a motivational speaker, yes, Stephen Covey, yes miss. And so he wrote this book on, correct, that's the spelling, it's just as his name R in the middle between the Stephen and the Covey, the spelling is correct. So the self-help book actually teaches people how to become highly effective in their daily life. Like, yes, Stephen R. Covey, correct. And so, Stephen Covey actually teaches people how to do things effectively. Basically, what makes some people different from others. The highly effective, of course, because I believe the major likes this book because it talks a lot about discipline. And since someone in the military will definitely be involved in, being involved with, be very well versed with discipline and attitude and all this. Of course, it's training done for CEOs to help them become better CEOs basically. So without further ado, I'll move on to the 7 habits. Yes, correct, Ashwina. Military people and discipline cannot be separated. Okay, so what are the 7 habits that he write? These are the summaries of it, what this thing. And some of my classmates will, my group mates will share on certain points, which you'll see later in the slides. Okay, the first one is be proactive. Okay, what do you mean by be proactive? have a go-getter attitude. What is a go-getter attitude? A go-getter attitude is someone who actually does things without being told to. These are people who have intrinsic motivation. Okay, it's like same like Nike thing. Just do it. Do not hesitate. Do not procrastinate. Do not wait for something to happen. You go out and get it done. It's not you wait for someone. It's like we always have this negative attitude that we react. Okay, yeah, we always have this attitude where we always say things are difficult, but we don't think of the things that we can do to make our life easy. Like being proactive is one of it. I'm not sure you all know that even crisis management principles these days, they ask us to be more proactive instead of reactive. Why a lot of crisis management problems and situations are unsuccessful is because many people have this reactive approach. They only react to a problem. They are not proactive. Proactive in the sense that you see a problem coming, you anticipate it, you know it, you nip it at the bud. You do not wait for the problem to. Oh, okay. So yeah, you want to nip a problem at the bud. You don't want it to be to let it go to extend to actually don't give time to the problem to give rise. So being proactive means going and getting things done. Just doing it yourself. Do not wait for others. And the second one is begin with the end in the mind. Okay, have an end game to every goal you set, a clear destination. That means for every goal you set, there must be a purpose and direction to what we do and what we distinct. Okay, yeah, I know. I know some of you, but this is just to share with others who may not have the opportunity, Roy. I get it. I know that CEOs and people who are in sales and marketing and all this will be very well versed with this book. But this is a very important book for everyone to actually know and to take the principles, because this is very important for our professional development. When we set goals, we must have what we want to do. What is our destination in the end? For every goal you set, let's say you want to become a famous speaker like Gary Vee or someone like I don't know, Jay Shetty or all these famous speakers. So when you have a goal, what are you doing to achieve the goal? Are you like practicing what you preach? Are you living it? Are you living your dream? Are you doing something about it? So you have to begin with the end in the mind. Have an end game to every game you set. And the third one is put first things first. Set your priorities right. That means you know something is, you must do today. Don't wait until tomorrow. It's a bit. I know all that some of these principles will be interconnected with one another, but you have to understand. Put first things first means set your priorities right. Everything you do, you must have a to-do list. Okay, what is your most important thing to do today? You can't delay that, can't you? You know you have to do it today. Let's say you have an assignment deadline today. You can't wait until tomorrow to do it, can't you? So you have to set your priorities right and get things done according to their priorities. Like, we know something needs to be done today, you do it today. You do not wait. These are what highly effective people do it. They don't procrastinate. They don't delay. Their priorities are right. They are set straight. Okay. The first three, if you notice, they're all talking about our individual self, how we can do it. The next three, principle 4, 5, 6 is about working in a team. That's why in the fourth one you'll see think win-win. The right mindset and collaboration. Think as a team. How can you benefit your team and you yourself? How will you be an advantage, an asset to your team basically? That's what Stephen Covey tries to think. Try to make your whole team win in that situation. In whatever you do. I don't know, you notice a lot of brands, a lot of things, they love to work with another. Like, okay, I'll give an example. Okay, let me finish the 4, 5, 6 first before coming. Yes, miss, I read the book already. So these are just the main takeaways and the main summaries that I got from the book. Definitely I read the book. So, yes, I have the book with me. It's in my father's reading desk in his room. So I do read some of my father's books because my father reads a lot of books, his hobby and all that. So I do take his books once in a while. Okay, so the next one is seek first to understand, then to be understood. Okay, this one calls for people to be empathetic listeners. What it means to be empathetic listeners? That means you understand people. You don't try to get your point understood. You try to understand others. This is the thing about proactive people. They don't try to expect other people to understand them. They are able to understand why people behave in a certain way, why people react in a certain way. So when you're working in a team, you can't simply be always saying, oh, my teammate is problematic, my teammate is difficult, my colleague is this, my colleague is a troublesome person. You must have the attitude first to understand them before you want to be understood. So that's what it means. We seek to be empathetic listeners. Empathetic listeners are people who are able to put themselves in other people's shoes and listen to their problems and understand what they're coming from to gain a better insight about the problem and how to go about it. Okay, synergize. What is synergize? This is when you uncover new possibilities through openness and creativity. As I said, 4, 5, 6 is all about collaboration. And if you think about it, I know many of you remember this term. Do you all remember that we studied, I think, in mass media and society about vertical and horizontal integration? Guys, can you answer the chat? Do you all remember studying about vertical and horizontal integration? Yes, okay. Can I get a few replies? So synergy, you see, in that concept, we learned that, okay, let me give an example. Like, you know, Warner Brothers Production, they have a film company, they have a TV studio, they have so many different sets under them. Why do you think they need the synergy? It is to combine all the income and use the best of their resources to save costs. Okay, so basically, highly effective people are people who do everything efficiently and effectively. That means they're able to do it without costing a lot of their time, resources. It is all about saving resources, saving manpower, and of course, the biggest deal is to save money basically for big corporations like Warner Brothers. So that's why they synergize. In the same way, there is interactive elements later on, miss. Don't worry, there are a lot of interactive elements. It's just that I'm getting people to understand the book before they understand the rest of the slides. Okay, the 7th one is sharpening the saw. Okay, this one one of my teammates will be explaining further. It's basically the renewing of physically, spiritually, mentally, and socially. That means you renew yourself in all aspects of your life. Okay, next slide. Okay, so I will share personally about my experience attending. Okay, before Lighthouse project, I attended 2 Lighthouse projects in 2019 and 2020. But I basically knew all these people from Lighthouse project because they were present in Top Voices Malaysia, which was held in 2018. I believe it was Hotel Istana in Kuala Lumpur. A few students from INTI went for that talk basically in a hotel in Kuala Lumpur. So in Top Voices Malaysia, they basically have all these influential speakers and career leaders and career workshop. Yes, miss, we are all there. And we all went for this talk where we learned about that's how we got to gain connection. This is how we improve visibility, you see. If you want to be a proactive person, you go out there and go for things. You know there are resources available, opportunities are there. We can't blame others for Hani, GD, Muihan. I'll get to them because it's through Mr. Ko Muihan that I got to join LinkedIn in 2018. I think he held 2 classes in INTI to teach people how to use LinkedIn. If you guys remember, he taught people how to set up a profile and how to go about it. So I learned a lot from him. So I started setting up my LinkedIn account in 2018, I believe, right after Top Voices Malaysia, that's where they promoted. That's where I was introduced to LinkedIn basically. Before 2018, I didn't know anything about LinkedIn. And after that, I joined in. I was like listening to them. You know, he would say there are certain things he'll give, like try to add 10 people daily, try to connect, try to interact, try to be active basically in this thing. And okay, after Top Voices, I started attending Hustler sessions. I don't know whether you guys know, but for those of you who have been going for Hustler session, I think Christine and a few people would know. Sorry if I'm missing out a few names. Yeah, I only remember Christine and some who go for Hustler sessions. This is basically a talk that they will have in UNITA, where career leaders will come and talk. So before Lighthouse project even did this in 2019, I already met all these people from these 2 sessions that I mentioned above, Hustler sessions and Top Voice Malaysia. So and my talk, okay, just to keep in line with the marking rubrics, I'll talk about the Lighthouse Project 2020 and which talk I attended. So, okay, this is one of the quotes that I left here. The best teacher in life is experience. Why I left it right after that slide is to tell people that these career leaders and all these talk motivational speakers who gave talks during those sessions, have you noticed they all shared their life stories, their knowledge and their experience and what life has taught us. So they're basically giving us a prep tool, something to prepare so that we don't make the same mistakes they made. They may have made some mistakes. I know some of them would have shared. So yeah, people's experience are the best teacher in life. You learn from other people's experience. They can teach you because they have been through, you see. And all these people are very, highly influential and respected people in the industry. So they would know how, they would teach things like how to set up a resume, how do you do your LinkedIn profile, how do you build connections, how do you build connectivity, how do you improve visibility. So it's all based on their experience that they're sharing knowledge. So the best teacher in life experience. This is actually an interview given to LeBron James, I think, after he lost one of his basketball game. So he kind of said that, he said this quote like during the interview, that the best teacher in life is experience. We learn from defeat, we learn from failures. Without starting, we can't get anywhere. So my talk basically on the Lighthouse Project 2020 was brand activation by Miss Kushbu Nangalia. And so she gave a few LinkedIn tips here. She said, you want to be active on this LinkedIn network and profile, you have to build connections through interaction. What she means by interaction is, you have to like their posts, you have to talk to them. You have basically what she's trying to say is try to be proactive. Don't wait for them to come to you. You go to them, you go and ask for help, because you are the student, you are the one who wants to learn. So you have to have that proactive mindset and attitude. Okay? So she told you want to so what basically she told me, and the optimal number of hashtags to gain maximum engagement is 3. I don't know if you have you all realize that, but to gain maximum engagement on LinkedIn, the most optimal number of hashtags to put is 3. So for those of you who went out to that talk, you will understand what I mean, because social media platforms like Instagram, I believe Instagram is the one that actually cashes in on hashtag. When I say cashes in on hashtags, the more hashtag you put for Instagram, the more popular you become. But for LinkedIn, the algorithm doesn't work that way. So it's basically, you don't try to put too many hashtags, or it might distract people and people might not want to view it because there's too many hashtags on a it's basically a professional network. So the optimum number of hashtags to gain maximum engagement is 3. Okay, this is an interactive session. I just want you all to write. Can you all write on the slide, please? It's not weird actually. That's just the way a professional network works, Ashwina. And so, can you please write on the slide the first thing you do in the morning after you sleep and the last thing you do at night before sleep? Can you write on the whiteboard, please? I'll give you all a few minutes. Is everyone written? Okay, this will be an interesting session because I will tell you why I asked you to do this. Everyone done? Ready? Wow, not bad. Some of you think of tomorrow's schedule, yeah? You must be an organized person. Okay, everyone done already? I believe that's all already because there's only 9. Okay, so I'll move on. Okay, why I asked you to do the activity is because I want you all to remind you that ordinary people do extraordinary things. What I mean this is, everyone is gifted 24 hours in a day. No one has any more, no one has any less. It is what you do in those 24 hours that is the difference between the ordinary and extraordinary. Why I asked you to do the previous activities, I want you all to see what you do in the first and the end is not important. It's what you do in between. So how much do you maximize your hours? No one has any. I'm going back to the last slide. Okay.
I just wanted to see whether it captures the data or not that was written.
Okay. So I want you all to think about what you do in between the first thing you do after you get up from bed and the last thing you do before you sleep. So I want to remind you, it doesn't matter what you do at the beginning and what you do at the end. It is what you do in between those time that you have. Okay, everyone has 24 hours. I know some hours need sleep. We sleep for like 8 to 10 hours. I know that's essential for good rest and to re-energize, to revitalize and all that. But I'm just trying to say that no one has any advantage over anybody. We are all gifted the same number of time. So what? Not enough time. Okay. That depends. You see, you want to be a good manager. You want to have good time management skills. You have to discipline yourself. As I said earlier, you have to set your priorities right. That's the key element in time management. If you're able to set your priorities right, you realize that you have more than enough time. The problem with a lot of us is we do not know how to set our priorities straight. We do not know how to set our priorities right, and we don't have the right mindset, the right attitude to everything that we do. So that's why I say ordinary people. People forget that there's no such thing as an extraordinary person. Okay, nobody is extraordinary in this world. Everyone was born and gifted with the same number of time. It is what that's why I'll get back to what you have to say this time, because you'll have to sacrifice something. I get what your point. I'll get to your point, Miss Cheryl, in the end. That's why this whole slide is like a build up to what I'm going to finish at the end. So stay tuned, yeah. So that's what I'm trying to say. This slide is really trying to say that we are all ordinary people, but it's what we do that makes us extraordinary. Get what I mean? Okay, so my groupmate will pass by. We'll continue this next slide. Tan, you're up.
Thanks, Patrick.
Tan.
Okay. Hi. Hello.
Yeah, can
Can you
hear.
hear?
Can hear.